also from my side. If we could just switch to my presentation. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, great to be here with all of you. I have the pleasure of leading the SAP Cloud Platform and the Leonardo portfolio. There's one danger if they let development leads like myself getting on a stage here like this is that I want to talk for hours about all of the good things we built. So I got to be a little careful of not falling into this trap. Nevertheless, I would like to, of course, double-click on Cloud Platform and Leonardo and what are we doing there. We already heard by Jürgen in the keynote this morning, about the essential role it plays as part of the business technology platform. And, if I want to focus on what is it that we drive with the Cloud Platform, then the one sentence that I'd like to take away from this session here together with you is, we focus on business process outcome. And we heard a lot of talk about focusing on business, focusing on business services. It's very important. We always remind ourselves that a platform and technology by itself still in the context of SAP and our ecosystem has to deliver business value and in particular business process outcome. So that's important and a key focus and within the 20 minutes that I have, I would focus on this one now. So you saw that one, business technology platform, and the cloud platform, of course, is a key pillar of that. So when we zoom in more, how is it that we are indeed delivering business process outcome with the SAP Cloud Platform and Leonardo? Now, first and foremost, we play the role of an integration and extension platform within the SAP portfolio, right? We heard about the key business processes that we are supporting, like lead to cash and design to operate and so on. We have a broad cloud and on-premise product portfolio as SAP, but Cloud Platform is, the glue. It's the integration and extension platform that we give to our customers and partners. And as such, we are seeing great adoption of our technology. And I think you already have seen quite a bit in terms of how does that look like with products. I would like to focus on some aspects which we have not covered yet so far to the degree we should. So maybe together, and I'll call on stage as well colleagues of myself, so Elvira Wallace and Markus Noga in a bit. But let's talk, again, integration. You saw this product this morning. Jürgen called it underrated. I couldn't agree more. We see great customer adoption, connecting SAP and non-SAP systems, connecting cloud and on-prem, and connecting our portfolio, and so on. Now, how do we drive business process outcome with this technology? That's a question that I will always ask, not only my teams, but also in this context here. We speed up integration with what we call out-of-the-box business content, right? It's a very important concept. When you connect systems and applications, it's important that we give you a starting point on how to do this. Not just the pure technology, not just the connectors and the mappings and the and technology like this, but also templates that you can use. Of course, most of our customers will take these templates and will change them, adapt them with the flexible tooling that we have. But still, the project is just much easier, much quicker if you can take this content and apply it and move forward. So this is why we invest into these connectors, out-of-the-box pieces, and we have now something like 1,200, but it's growing rapidly. One thing I'd also like to say, and we had discussions with some of you over the last months and years, not everything we do here as part of Cloud Platform is what we develop ourselves. Openness is key to us. Not only openness to other software in terms of integrating it, but also integrating technology into our Cloud Platform itself. Right? So, for example, as part of the integration family that we've seen this morning in Jürgen's keynote, partner, for example, with Apigee for API management, the open connectors. We have a company called Cloud Elements where we partner, and so on. So we are embedding also technology in our platform to be state of the art, to be strong on all levels, and that's what we do for cloud integration as well. The second very important pillar, and these are again pieces of software that you have already seen today. The second very important quality is extensions. Now, there is this very important statement of back to standard, where with our application teams, we encourage our customers to consume software by SAP in a standard way, which makes a lot of sense. That's cloud principles. Now, when you back to standard, of course, you got to put your differentiating extensions and your differentiating applications somewhere. The place where we do this in SAP is the cloud platform. Now, you might ask yourself, and I think there was this question of what's the role we play in innovation. Cloud platform plays a major role for innovation for our customers and partners, but it's not that we see ourselves as a standard, plain vanilla, provider of IDEs and coding environments, right? We always apply programming models and development methodologies and tools in the context of an SAP ecosystem. So we offer what we call an opinionated development approach. Opinionated meaning highly optimized for the SAP world, for running on HANA, using Fiori, using our data types, yet open to add your logic, your code in languages of your choice. And that's a very important principle where we see great adoption and great feedback. The second approach we also provide, and I think Jürgen will talk more about this in Bangalore, is we also have an ABAP container, an ABAP environment on the SAP Cloud Platform. Why do we do this? Our customers, of course, have invested heavily in custom extensions on the ABAP side, and we want to provide our customers a good and forward-looking way how to use this differentiating code also in the cloud as extensions, and this is why we are constantly also developing our ABAP approach as part of Cloud Platform. And more about this we can take offline. There are sessions about this. Great interest from our customers as well. Now, there's one area that I'll leave and just mention it here, but then I'll leave it up to Markus and Elvira to talk more about this. We heard a lot already about data-driven insights and the fact that we want to apply intelligence to data from the SAP ecosystem, but also very important, we want to apply intelligence to our standards, to our standard applications as well. So everything which is close to a business object, everything which is close to a business process, that's where we infuse intelligence. Again, we are not the providers that deliver the general algorithms or are in plain vanilla ML as such. There is great tools and algorithms out there, but we apply them, we use them as part of the cloud platform, as business services, for example, as mentioned before. But we'll hear more about this very important area of investment. Now, the other major solution on top of the cloud platform, where we address a clear set of customer challenges, is the area of user experience and digital workplace. Actually, unnoticed so far, we are doing a soft launch of a lot of new functionality in that space. We haven't made a big noise about it yet because we haven't finally figured out how to call it. But in general, the whole area of bringing together information applications in a strong, integrated, and consistent way to end users is a very important topic where we invest. Now, we heard the term Fiori before and Fiori technology, so don't think of this as being something completely new. In fact, it's an evolution of Fiori technology, of things like the Fiori Launchpad, our portal, and so on. And it's bringing together a lot of technology and assets from the SAP world into one consistent approach, which we call the digital or business workplace. So as this is new, let me spend a little more time on that in particular, because I feel this is relevant for each and every SAP customer over time. Now, who of you has been following the topic of portal or UI integration or Fiori in the past? Okay, I see quite some hands going up. Thank you for that. Now, when we look at portals of the 90s, what has been the major problem with this kind of technologies and implementation approaches? And I'm glad Anja, this was not planned, but in the discussion this came up, right? What, from your perspective, been some of the obstacles in that world? Any thoughts? Too rigid. Thank you. Sorry?
Too siloed.
Yes, too siloed. Thank you. And I heard it in the discussion here as well. Also, as much as this is a critical statement, but sometimes IT has been the bottleneck. Because LOBs and business user departments wanted to create their own content. And then having a cycle where this goes via IT was never living up to expectations. So when we build a new generation of technology where you bring together a consistent user experience, there are a couple of qualities that we need to apply here. Number one, of course, it's multi-channel these days. Okay, it's not just desktop. It's also mobile. We will continue our successful partnerships with Apple and Android here to have a great mobile native experience, yet linked really well to a desktop experience. So when you think of this digital experience, it can be on any channel, basically, optimized for the channel, not just trying to provide a full portal on an iPhone, maybe, which was sometimes the idea in the past, okay? So multi-channel, absolutely key. Second, the creation experience matters in the sense of, yes, of course, IT develops and delivers parts of such a digital workplace. IT delivers the widgets, the content, and so on. But there's also another authoring and creation cycle which is not done by IT, where people can pick and choose, people can arrange their own workplaces, people can add parts to that picture and share it with the rest of the user community. I always draw two cycles here. One is an IT-led provisioning cycle, and one is an LOB and end-user-driven cycle, and both, of course, have to go hand in hand. So that's one quality that we add. And then you just mentioned too siloed. I couldn't agree more. So a lot of the things we provide here is actually UI integration technology of a new kind as well, right? You want to bring things together in central entry points. You want to tap into the information you have in your company. And for that, you need efficient tools to do this. So we invest a lot together with our partners in UI integration standards, cards, web components. These kind of topics also matter for us. And we provide a new set of tools to bring this all together. So think of this if you want to write about it. There is a part of this which is also something like a mashup tool, just a place where you can arrange information together for your desktop and your mobile experience. And of course, it follows Fiori. It uses our technology from that end, although it's open also to use non-SAP UI technologies. That shouldn't be the limiting factor, right? So you can, of course, integrate pages that you have been written with Angular or React or what have you. So we are investing into this form of integration here as well. And again, modern and consistent. I can only invite you on the show floor to have a look at one of the demos. I think that tells way more than my slides here. So, digital experience. If you have a good idea for the name, let us know, by the way. We are still in process of finding this. And this is why we have not made any formal announcement of this. It's there. It's in beta now. And it's combining a lot of the existing technologies that we've had in the past as well. I'll skip the intelligent business process part because that we have seen. But there's one thing I wanted to wrap up with on hyperscalers and multi-cloud. I think you know by now that we are having a kind of unique strategy of SAP where we give choice. We are not locking our customers in the sense of you got to do this infrastructure and then only you play. Engineering-wise, I tell you, it's a hard job. This is done by my organization. So we work with our partners from AWS, from Microsoft, from Google. We are now beta on Ali Cloud in China. So we work with these entities to make sure that Cloud Platform and the Leonardo portfolio runs really well on these infrastructures. It's effort, but we take away this effort from our customers, in my mind, because then we abstract, and you and the customers have a chance to, make their choices, make their strategic choices, correct their choices if they want to over time, and that's what we enable with our multi-cloud strategy, and we are in full execution mode of it. One thing I also wanted to say is very important. It's always the same scope that we provide from Cloud Platform on one hyperscaler versus the other. This is very important because, again, to avoid lock-in. So it's not that there is a Cloud Platform functionality which exists only on AWS and not on Azure. This is an important principle that we need to keep in place to make sure that we can really deliver on this multi-cloud strategy. And as I said, we are in full execution. There's detailed roadmaps also on data center rollout and so on. But our customers really appreciate this openness and flexibility. Good. Now I'm helplessly over time. I hope I got you interested in a couple of things around Cloud Platform. We have more time in the course of the next 1 or 2 days in case we want to follow up. Thanks a lot for your attention, and now I would like to hand it over to Markus. Thank you.